I've been wanting to do this build for some time now, and today is finally the day. Hello everyone and welcome to Fat Guy Productions. I am Paul, coming to you as always from beautiful Las Vegas, Nevada. Now, as a kid, I built tons of plastic models, and in my day, a very common kit was a modified stalker. Today, I'll be taking a Hot Wheels Murata stalker and making it, well, better. I've had this casting pulled off to the side for some time now, and today I'll finally take it on. It's a bit of a departure for me as I really steer away from the 80s and later castings, which this is one of. I of course start by taking the casting apart. This one has a great interior with loads of detail. It has gauges, a roll cage, detailed seat. It is absolutely perfect for my purposes. After drilling the car apart and prepping the posts, I'll go ahead and tap it out and put a screw into it. Then I can head over to the warm liquid goo station. My favorite part, I'll drop the body into the goo. It actually seems pretty obvious. It's probably time for a new jar of goo though, huh? I ordered a bunch of drag slicks for the car a long time ago, so I'm pretty excited to finally get to use them. Mattel did an okay job on this casting, but there are some clear issues, especially with the tires and the body. I'll use a cutting wheel in my rotary tool to free the old axles and remove them. Once gone, I can use a small file to clear the channel out so that a new axle will fit in. Now, if done properly, the new axle can actually fit in and hold with no glue. The idea is use the file to file out a tunnel. Don't just grind away the whole passage and open it all up. It'll just flop around in there. If you're careful, you can make a little channel and the axle will fit perfectly into it. With all the great details molded into the interior, it becomes a moral imperative that I detail paint it. It's all going to get an aluminum color, and then some flat black for the seat and certain bars of the roll cage. The devil really is in the details here. The body should be about done with the warm liquid goo process, so I'll pull it out of the jar, give it a wash, and then we can get a good look at what we have to deal with here. Honestly, the body isn't bad. It'll need some modifications. And, there's still little bits of paint left, so I'm going to pick away at those with some dental picks, and I'll use my brass bristle brush. But short of that, I don't really need to go hog wild on the body because it's going to get an opaque paint job. So that's about all I really need to do here. Modifieds really have wide open wheels. So I'm going to chuck up a sanding drum and I'm going to sand away the wheel flares and open them up just a little bit. After that, I'm going to finish it all off with sanding sponges, then head over to the paint booth for some primer. While the primer dries, I'll take the opportunity to clean up the glass a bit. Now, the glass is actually very solid, but it's scuffed up and it's mucky, so I'm going to sand it out with my 2000 grit sanding sponge. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to hit it up with the flitz, then I'll take it for a dip in the gauzy. Okay, this is going to be lame, but I'm going to try it anyhow. This is going to be my best Jim Silva impression. Gauzy, gauzy, gauzy. I don't know. I don't think I did that very well, but hey, that's what we're doing. Gauzy. So at the paint booth, I've decided on a plan here, and I'm going to lay on the first color of my two-tone paint job. Now what I'm thinking is I'm thinking of a Vegas Lucky 7 car. And as luck would have it, that very night we had one of our patented beautiful sunsets. So I'm going with a sunset color of orange and yellow, and then to represent the mountains, I'm going to do some special masking. So I started by putting down some Tamiya orange, and once that's dry, I masked the car in half, but I used torn edges on the masking tape to kind of represent the mountain ranges in our horizon. Now, once masked, I'll paint the front half with a Tamiya yellow, and I'm really super happy with the way this looks. So, I made some race decals and the lucky number 7s on my HP laser printer with the Ghost White toner. Now, I plan to double up on the white numbers to get a nice bright white here. After all the decals are applied, they're all going to get a coat of Walter's decal set, and then they're going to get a bunch of time to dry before I finally seal it all up with clear coat. The car is looking great, and it's time to put it all back together. In goes the glass, the painted interior, the base, and it's all held together with one screw. All she needs now is a final bit of detail painting, and I can call this one done. Loving it. Well, there you have it, my Vegas Special Modified Stalker, ready to tear it up on the track. I really had a great time with this, and I hope you had fun too. If so, please give this video a like, click subscribe, and be sure to click the notification bell. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them down below. I love to hear from you guys. Well, that's enough for today. Remember, always go fast enough to get there, but slow enough to see. Until next time, this is Paul from Fat Guy Productions saying, be good.